Orange here, and welcome to another episode of City Building Saturdays. We are here on episode number 353 of the series. Do appreciate everybody who's come out. I hope that your guys' time zone, whatever your guys' time zone is most wunderbar. So on the agenda for today, we're of course doing City Skylines stuff. And we are going to be doing something a little bit different. So I know I haven't streamed in the longest darn time, mostly because I have been doing what I can to take care of my own physical and mental well-being. And it's not that I haven't had the motivation. I have. It's just been trying to get that motivation to turn into something more tangible. And so, yeah, the IRL stuff has just been a complete not well stuff, mentally speaking, which is, of course, as said, why I have not been doing streams. I've been wanting to do streams, but we haven't really done much stream stuff since Age of Mythology Retold a few weeks back. I've been wanting to get done with stuff with VC4, but unfortunately, as said, the IRL has just been a huge bloody frickin' disaster. So let me go ahead here. Let me get Skylines. Let me get Skylines. Still stuck on one monitor, guys. It really does bloody suck. Hopefully, I'll be able to, sometime within the next week and a half or so, be able to, knock on wood, of course, be able to, pay off one of the outstanding bills that I've got. That way I can divert a little bit more money towards saving stuff, which of course will be, good. I'll still have a few other things bill-wise that I still have to pay. But, you know, it's one of these things, IRL always comes first. Okay, so, I mentioned that we're going to be doing some new stuff. So, we are not going to be going back to our old city. It was just starting to fall apart, and it was a case of bleh. So, one of the things we need to do is do some scenarios here. So as you can see, you know, you have, for us, it's, you know, the usual default stuff. You know, we can choose one from a multiple plethora of scenarios, maps. We have a plethora of maps we can choose from that, you know, we can do a lot of stuff in. But of course, one of the things we have is scenarios. So, let me quickly load. Now, I've been doing a personal Roseland Peninsula scenario off cam. I will admit, yes, I've been playing Skylines off map for my own personal enjoyment, but it's helped with my mental well-being. And like I said, part of me has just wished, you know, I could be you know, streaming more, but I have to take care of my mental health first. hopefully this upcoming week. I'm planning on. I've got a few family things scheduled for midweek, so hopefully Monday and or Friday we will have a Titan Quest Season 4 stream. There we go. Mad Cat, Mad Cat, Mad Cat. You, sir, need to be reminded that it is...
Mad Cat, you butt!
Because it is not called art, it is called farts! Mad Cat, you still are a butt! How's you doing, Mad Cat? Hope you're doing wunderbar in your floofy madness. Alright, let's get into... So, I've played this scenario, played this map before. You can see some of my regular shenanigans going on here, but that's a digression. What we are after is stuff like this. So, let's see here. I am looking for... Okay, so, as you can see, we've got Meteorite Park, experience a meteorite strike, experience tsunami for a disaster memorial. Let's see here. Here we go. Destruction with no casualties. Pyramid. This is, of course, a thing for our stuff. Saying a moment ago is that mental stuff has been with work. Let's see. So yeah, that's basically where I am. So okay, so that's going to require a don't know if it has to be a scripted thing or for the ones we've looked at, you know, like a tsunami or meteor. I'm not sure if they have to be a scripted one or if we can, you know, let's see, where is it? You know, if we can trigger a disaster. So we have, you know, let's see, earthquake, sinkhole, fire, forest fire, collapse, fire, tsunami. Yeah, we have a tsunami, meteorite strike. Not sure which, if it has to, as I said, I'm not sure if it has to be scripted or not. Because, of course, with this tab on the menu here, we can have that be a thing. I might try that off cam with some of the, see if we can't get some of this stuff unlocked. But, let's see here, where is it? Okay, Sphinx of Scenarios. When any 3 scenarios to gain the Sphinx of Scenarios, that is the big thing, one of the things. Oh, and Wind Floodland. So yeah, we have to win all the natural. Oh, so man, this might, of course. I was like, I knew that I had to win at least Floodland to get the sparkly Unicorn Rainbow Park. So we have to win all 5 of the natural disaster scenarios, which can, for us, at least in theory, you know, do like the disaster memorial, you know, the stuff here on these guys right here, the previous ones. So is it? Yes. It's been a while since I last looked this up. So let's see. But main menu. Gosh darn, I need to double check the natural disasters DLC on the Skylines wiki. Let me see here. Disasters. City. There we go. City Skylines. Natural disasters. I pull up the link here to this is again a part of the reason why I keep myself my laptop for in part for quality assurance, but also because so that I can bloody look stuff up, even if I get myself, say 3 or 4 monitors. Once I get that stuff done, once I get the money saved for that. Let's see here. Okay. Okay, so 5 new patch 1.6.0. So 5 new scenarios. I see 5 scenarios there. Okay. So, oh, yeah. Wrong thing there, tree. Dark snowfall. Okay, so yeah, those are okay. Re-giving it the OCD check here, guys. Yes, these are the um. Okay, so like this is kind of like seeing this right here. It kind of looks like a lot like your typical stuff that we've done with like our Sierra Studios Impressions Games series games, C3, Pharaoh, Zeus, Poseidon, Emperor, etc. C4. I need to get a drink there. But we have win conditions and losing conditions, or in some cases losing conditions. Some of the Cleopatra's some of the Cleopatra missions, you lose the game after the time limit expires, or typically in those games, you lose all your favor, you get invaded, whatever. So, let's see. Let's just take a look. See here. Hmm. Let's taking a look. See here. Easy scenario where main goal is to grow the city and survive disasters. This has the some challenging stuff right here under the win conditions, but taking a look see at the some of the losing conditions. This has about the easiest losing conditions, despite the challenge of the winning conditions. Like I said, that's very much the same sort of thing that we've done in like Caesar 3, Pharaoh, etc. we have to meet certain wind condition requirements. So we'll start off with Tornado Country. And actually, the Pepper Lake actually sounds like a nice name. We'll keep the name. Excuse me, but it felt good. So here we go. Now, I haven't touched any of these scenarios. So this is for your guys. It's in part for your guys' sake. I've been holding off on this. And, I kind of want, because I mostly wanted to do it to where, you guys could get a more actual reaction more than, like, sort than some of my more usual meh sorts of stuff. Okay. Okay, Tornado Country. Obviously, the river flow is this way. Got some wind turbines. Got a landfill there. First of all, I want to do that. Regrade that back to what it was. Designers. Everyone's gonna play the game different, so it's very much a sandbox game. So yeah. Okay, let's go ahead here. Usual. Try to make some stuff nice happen here. Got some demand here for industry, so let us course, very good at doing his overall design work for the mains, sewage and water mains. There we go. Fixed. Fixed. Just a smidge too short, is it? So we'll overlap and maximize stuff, so... There we go. That's better. Much better. What? I'm starting to panic there because I didn't see stuff going the way I thought it would. Okay, we can now get rid of this power here. Let's get a little bit more power generation going up there.
Geologists predict that a sinkhole could strike at any minute. Residents should take precautionary measures. A sinkhole has occurred somewhere in the city. Stay out of harm's way and contact authorities with any information.
Okay. Now, I want to try something here. So let's anti-dum-dum. Okay. That's all I wanted to know. Well, think about it. Where is it? Not services. There we go. That's of course. I don't have a disaster response unit yet. Rats. further improve our city here.
Meteorologists have issued a severe tornado warning for the area. Residents should seek shelter immediately, if any is available.
Okay. Let's see here. I want to response. There is. Gosh, I don't remember where it is. Well, it's the disasters tab, so I don't trigger a disaster tree. Hey, Burbles, how you doing? I'm just trying to figure out my stuff here, son. Response unit, airbase. So, okay, we need more population. And there's the torpedo!
A tornado has touched down in the area. Seek shelter immediately if any is available.
It's a running thing in Tree Family, is that we love our wordplay. So it's a play on both tornado and torpedo, the weapon, to call a land tornado a torpedo. You can see the damage path right here. Okay. A lot of stuff to fix here, guys. So. Go ahead here. school right there. Go ahead here, we'll reactivate the game now that, oh! Some of this stuff looks like it just despawns. Move the high school over here, actually. Come on, pick up. Thank you. I do not have road access. Business. Ah, that sounds good. Yeah, it's running gag in Tree Family. We like to say torpedoes have struck when we obviously mean tornadoes. So, you know, torpedo watch, torpedo warning, and my roommates, there are times where they're like, oh, Tree. But they've gotten used to it, so. Oh. Because we got distracted by the torpedo, I forgot to do this. There we go. Fixed. Problem solved. Let's, do a thing here. We'll later upgrade these to highway stuff. Highway connections. I just thought to myself, add some more, add another interchange. Okay, we now have some more demand for residential stuff, so we'll make this some more commercial space right in here. Here's an idea. I just gave myself an idea, guys. When we get, let's see what access we get to highways. 2600. When we get up to 2600, we're gonna make this a highway loop, so as that traffic's not always freaking stopping. Here's my budget.
Meteorologists have issued a severe tornado warning for the area. Residents should seek shelter immediately if any is available.
Of course. Another frickin' torpedo! When the game does that. And there is our torpedo!
A tornado has touched down in the area. Seek shelter immediately if any is available.
That is a little bit of a chunky boy right there. Blow right through town, of course. Including some of our new stuff. So typical. Okay.
A tornado has touched down in the area. Seek shelter immediately if any is available.
Okay. Playground, lift station. Gets roads back up here. Oh. What the? Oh, there we go. I was like, why aren't we getting the roads I want? Oh, that would be why. I accidentally toggled something I did not need to toggle. Duh. Just learned the trick. We don't have to worry about spending so much bloody money. All we just gotta do is re-upgrade our roads. Aha! Can't teach an old tree new tricks. Aha! Ah! Zoning, not the zoning. Oh. Let's see here. Yeah, I understand there, but it's part of the reason needed to get into other DLCs is or getting into DLCs is a thing. That's part of the reason why I figured for trying to get back into stream stuff is with Skylines here is do some of the scenarios. Looking for stuff here with which to improve the city here. For some reason that doesn't quite look like a 90-degree angle. Mark that off as commercial space. Some more people here into town. Holding up so far, guys. Holding up so far. I want to put a shelter right somewhere in this area here, I'm thinking. Probably a satellite shelter over here and another one over here. There we go. So, let's see here. I knew that they would need some time to get prepped and all that. Excuse me. never done the evacuation stuff before, so just gonna have to play with it as time goes along. Financial territory, so go ahead here and fix some of that. The Disasters DLC, no, it's been out for some time now. This is just my first time really using it, because burbles, one of the things you can do is let's see here. For example, you get a meteorite park for experiencing a meteorite strike. And there are several buildings that can be unlocked from doing this sort of thing. So that is why I am doing this these DLCs. Yeah. Stand up and stretch there for a sec, because roots are starting to get a little. Had the feeling of crampness, you know. Alright. Do we have? Yes, we do. Delete too many things there. Yeah, it's like it's been out for the Disasters DLC has been out for a while, so I just really haven't used all that much of it, quite honestly. Money, 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 need that money. Yeah, that sounds like a plan there, Burbles. Go ahead and create a Simply what I'm going to do here is there we go. Actually put a parking right here. One like that. I want one like that. There we go. Oh, and this needs to be extended out. The reason I was putting these guys here is to help with some of the garbage collection. Target highways again. Oh, it's time for the promised land in this loop. And I'll be losing these guys right in here, but yes, the inevitable BUTT. I would rather have. Oh. I would rather have that be a little bit easier, logistically speaking, on our traffic. Okay. We need to do a temporary taxum maxim. Okay. Because I want to get the biofuel bus depot here going. Let's save while I'm thinking about it. Industry. Industry. plenty. Excuse me. Oh! Oh! Yay! We finally have tree-lined streets. Which is what tree wants. So let's go ahead here. Let's do some upgrades. Power! Come on. There we go. I know that cuts down on the, Go get some sleep there, Bubbles. Sleep is always important. That's why I've been trying to take care of myself. Oh, that's right. This guy needs to go bye-bye, so bye-bye you go. That'll save us a little bit of money. Alright, let's go back to our road upgrade project. Real cities. Money again. Power again. Real cities. It's proven that trees not only add a certain amount of beauty to a city, but also help reduce the heat island effect. For those who don't know, when you have a lot of stuff like asphalt, concrete in a major metropolitan area all together, versus, say, a lot of grassland, or just, green area in general, the heat that is trapped by the concrete and all that stays there for a lot longer than if it were, for example, open green terrain. And so by having trees and a bunch of green space, you can help reduce the heat island effect, while of course simultaneously improving the overall beauty of doing this like that to help me, not really to do the equivalent of the city's version of that, but as you see, I have been increasing the morale of my city's denizens. So that they're not going on that little bit of a spur road there. Not what I was trying to do. Improve the road. But main menu. So I'm trying to remember what the requirements of this particular let's see. Okay. 260K, 20,000 full lifespans, more than 1 million money. I couldn't remember all the details, so I was like, what are the bloody frickin' details again? Yeah. I'm gonna stand up and stretch for a sec, just a second. Sorry about that, guys. I had to, as I was stretching, I was like, yeah, I gotta go take a quick pee break. So, let's go ahead here. Let's see. Oh. Let's see. Stats. Do I have... I don't have crematorium yet, but let's go ahead here. We're going to set up another couple cemeteries here. Right, actually. Let's go over here to our... Slightly, just a smidge, so that they have that extra vehicle. And then... I love seeing this, you know, my stuff. It's going down. Oh, there we go. It's going back up. Here. Let's get another. How bad are these guys doing? Well, they're holding up. More money for that. Ring was not tabulating correctly. Mom was just sending me a quick hello before bed. I do need to create another what's it over this way, but yeah. Gosh darn it. There was seeing the cemetery and seeing hearses in use. It got me thinking of the song "Amazing Hearse" by a spoof of his "Amazing Horse" bids by Mr. Weeble Stuff. Oh my god, that video's 10 years old this year. Oh my god. Yeah, it goes, look at my hearse. My hearse is amazing. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. Tree, why did your canopy have to get distracted by a cheesy Weeble stuff song? Oh. Up. Don't connect that stuff up there. Oh. There! Tree, you dumb goof, son. Forgot to. I saw those. Like, what the heck? I was like, why are they abandoned? Oh, they need the mains. Sewage and water mains. Duh. All of them. Oh! Aha! Yes. Okay. I didn't know we could look this up here. What tab was this again? Oh, the milestones. get Amazing Hearse out of my canopy, guys. Gosh freaking darn it. Of course, Weeble is, of course, known for making some pretty charming videos, of course. That's worry. I'm just moving it over so I can. What's that? Double dum dum. Double multi dum dum. There we go. Got another upgrade, so. Yeah! Huzzah! We can finally do that which I love to do. High density housing. Cram as many people into the smallest possible space. We will, let's see. It's not the benefit of having my stuff here is, leave this developing area like that. That way we can start to get in now we can de-Henry. hold off on territorial expansion for now, I think. Ah! We've had 2 people so far. Hooray! What the heck is going on here? Somewhere. So we'll be going break here soon. Stuff here. There should be some capacity for power to remain, of course. Of course, with this low density arc right of commercial space right there, we can, of course, help make sure we keep power. And of course, I've just really gone and shot myself in the roots. Get that off. Taxes. I should have saved before I did that. Let's just go back to that last save. We'll just quickly D and right in here, and decommission, recommission right in here, so as that we can keep at least some of our stuff going here. We're gonna at least have the jobs. And of course, also have the income. There we go. Finally, Metro. Finally. Figures go up. Hey, this is really just ow. Pull this out here. So now we have a decent chunk of educated people. Thinking about it, let's do some park stuff here. There we go. We just got another. What's that? Oh, I forgot about that. The road there. Road up. intro project here. Oh. Gosh darn it. Like this, though. Gosh darn it. Wait again. Come on. So close, so close, so close. There we go. Having sticky sap stuff trying to do its things and all that. Feeling about that. Don't have access to a nuclear power plant yet. I know you guys need power. Temporary tax and maximum. Taxes. Everybody cough up the money. We'll get your power back. I know it's right. They would say, this is ransom. Is it ransom to want to do stuff to where city can do function? There. There we go. Get the money running back up there and all that jazz. All right, let's go ahead here. I want to check my. Yep. So what we'll do, yeah, it's definitely time for us to head to break. So what I'm going to do, let's do an anti-dum-dum moment. Let us do a save, and we will see. Do this as that. Well, I'm gonna leave the game running, so as that we can pay off our loans. We'll go and pay off our Silver Sunset Bank loan right now. But yeah, I'm gonna leave the game running. Let's go ahead here, switch on the break screen. But yeah, guys, everybody go and stand up, stretch, get something to eat, get some drink, use the restroom, and I'll see y'all here in a few minutes. Okay, guys, tree is back. Did do a little bit of stuff off camera so that we could get to the point of right here, so as that we can have our big city. So let's go ahead here. Let's bring the city up to speed. We'll do another anti-dum-dum save. Made up a few changes here and there, mostly getting this stuff here going so we can get some stuff going. Headphones here back on. Let's check our power. We're good. Water and sewage are good. So let's go ahead and build some stuff here. All right. What I'm gonna do now. Check out this area so we can de and rezone it. And yep. Oh, that's right. We need safety stuff. Shelter. Let's do some upgrades. I do want to check. 10,000, so yeah, we have that's why part of the reason why I figured I'd spread them out a little bit. Speaking of stuff, oh. Let's I made a few did I fully? Yes, I did. Just wanted to make sure. So before we do, let's do a quick anti-dum-dum thing, because I know we can expand. And in this case, I'm figuring that as we expand our city, we'll start to get more torpedo stuff. Looks like another highway over there. Can't quite tell. Anywho, figured for some expansion here of the city. Come on. Aha, there we go. So that would line up nicely. So,
Geologists predict that a sinkhole could strike at any minute. Residents should take precautionary measures. A sinkhole has occurred somewhere in the city. Stay out of harm's way and contact authorities with any information.
okay, there. You see, I knew that this was going to be a thing. Let's see, oh wait, why am I doing... See, I figured, like I said, when we expanded the city, we would start to get disaster stuff. Go ahead here. Add some more industry. Oh my goodness, we need stuff to happen, guys. We are losing money like no tomorrow. So let's go ahead here. We can do here. There's a multifold thing. A little bit of money there. But also here at the same time, start to improve our city's industry. As we continue to get more stuff going on here, guys, we can make the city and further improve the city here. to. Continuous improvement in taxes and all that, we will slowly decrease our deficit here. I gotta bring everybody up another percentage point. City's sustainability requires it. There we go. freaking weird, guys. I don't know why the this is weird. This is freaking weird, guys. I can't use the high capacity stuff. This is super freaking weird, guys. The heck? Oh. Oh, did I have the... Look at that. we're making. I think it was because I had this guy engaged. It's because I had the guys engaged. I think that was why I was having. That was probably it. Because now we're making money left, right, and center. Let's see here. See, now we've... Okay, that was it. That was it. Okay. Excuse me, but I felt... That was it. Basically, I done goofed. That is why we were financially struggling. Don't you guys worry. Finally figured it out at least, so. Whatever that building was, I wanted to stay there. Oh! Aha! Yeah, yes. Trees, canopy, just activated. So, oh man, we have, where's the stock exchange? There we go. Stock exchange. Wait to be able to pay off our investments here, guys, and pay off our stuff so we can really bump up our generic industry here. Thing we can do. And prep work for that. Is park. One of the things I have found out, or rather I have done in the personal playthrough, is made up a financial district surrounding the stock exchange. Don't have enough water. Probably not. Quickly seeing the water needs right there. That's what I'm thinking. And let's see. I know that it's probably gonna really screw some of this stuff up, but right now I don't really give a darn. More water and more sewage treatment, so pay that loan off. That's like I said, it's just going crazy. City cash per meter squared. I don't know why I was saying cubes. I was like, cube would be if we were in space. You would go by the volumetric cubic meters, but in this case, we wouldn't have to worry quite so much about that. We need just area, square meters. Just a sec, guys. I'm going to stand up and stretch again. Just a moment. Okay. Feel a little bit better. A little bit better. Okay. So, let's see here. Okay, come on. Doing this so we can get the more educated workers for our financial district here. Which causes, as you see, it's now up to 41 city cash per square meter, so that's always a good thing. One of the things I want to do, or rather, should I say, need to do, is to help get rid of our couple cemeteries here, so they're not, suffice to say, clogging up the works. Get some crematoriums up and running. Not only, excuse me, will it help our stuff out here. Gosh darn it, seeing Myrtle residents here. I'm moaning Myrtle! So, let's see here. Demand for stuff for residential. So let's go ahead here. We'll do a double. We'll do things in a little bit of tandem here. Shooting myself in the roots here, guys. But, yes, the inevitable BUTT. Some stuff going here. What happens? I'm trying to build and accidentally hit something, or the game decides, I'm gonna screw with you. Can lower that to 1% because, of course, let's keep these guys up just a smidge. Build up our money here a little bit. Everything generic industry. Like I said you can't predict the stock market. But even though I'd still save enough for to get myself new monitors and all that, and paying off bills and all that. I've been able to do a little bit of investing from my portfolio and all that. It's not as much as I would like, but of course. But bear in mind, I am no financial expert. Please always do your research before investing. But I've been able to, it's been under $100. It's been like I think it was like last paycheck I got was like $25. I was able to put $25 into my Vanguard high yield savings account and $25 into the my general investing and all that. And yeah, it's yeah, I haven't. It's just just trying to pay off the bills first. But I was able to slowly working in a little bit of budgeting, and I was able to say, okay, I think if I, oh, that's a good press. I'm a little bit careful here, and of course, being careful right here, right now. Cut a few expenses. Short-term expenses. Try and get some stuff here done. Basically, of course, save that little bit of money. Be able to squeeze in that little bit of contribution. And that's gosh darn, Maggie Twigfinger. But I've been able to get in a little bit of stuff this past week, and I'm hoping that I'll be able to do hopefully a somewhat similar amount this upcoming pay period when I finally get my next paycheck. Just a sec, guys. I gotta quickly go use the little trees room. I will be RB. Alright, guys, sorry about that. But I feel better now. You know, I had a thought. This is kind of relevant, actually. Two of the series that I've read or am reading, the Safehold series by David Weber, and currently, of course, slowly, of course, the Dune series by Frank and later Brian Herbert, most of the way through Chapter House Dune, or a chunk of the way into Chapter House Dune. But they have, trading and stock market and blah 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 sorts of stuff in the series and one of the things that Frank Herbert discusses in the Dune series is the Guild and and specifically CHOAM. I don't. It's an acronym. I don't remember. Let me see here. Just a second. I'm gonna look it up. But CHOAM is related, of course, to the spice melange. Let's see. CHOAM. I'll get you guys the link here to the Dune Wiki. There it is. But CHOAM stands for it's Kanban, Honnet, Ober, Advancer, Mercantiles. And basically, CHOAM is this massive trading conglomerate that is in part very businessly tied to the Spacing Guild, which is the interstellar travel aspect of Dune, for at least for the significant part of the series. And the basically part of the way is that the Padishah Emperor, which is of course, for example, Shaddam the Fourth of the first book, or Paul Atreides of the next couple books. Paul Atreides, of course, followed Shaddam the Fourth Carino upon the Golden Lion throne. Basically, the Emperor controlled the majority of shares, or just barely controlled the majority of shares, or something like that. And a number of the other houses of the Landsraad, which is the other significant political power, one of the major other political power, besides the Emperor, of course, the Spacing Guild and the Bene Gesserit are also factors politically, economically, militarily within the Duneverse. But mostly it's the Landsraad and the Emperor, and they have ties into CHOAM. Then they own shares. It's just like a modern, what we think of as our modern stuff, and they're able to have shares and all that, and the Emperor dispenses directorships, and it's a whole convoluted thing in nature. But you have voting power. It's a lot like what we think of. So, but anywho. It's described in the books as CHOAM is powerful in its own way. Oh, we need power. Power. Do we not? powered, so let us power up. There we go, we have more power! Right, to help get relief on this end of the equation of stuff over here, we're going to go ahead here and excuse me, but it felt good. But yeah, the Emperor is, you know, it's described as being a massive influence for the Chom is described as being a massive influence for the Imperium. Not have sufficient power. Sure that this is part of the zone. Okay, we're gonna have to think about all this as stuff's developed. Down some. Of course, slope is too steep. What we do is let's go underground. No. Come on. Come frickin' on! course. Let's see here. What would you do? That tree, you done goof, son. Don't want that there. Tree, don't be a dum-dum. Ah, double dum-dum. Yeah. Hate it when my twig fingers get all sensitized and not 3. There we go. Now we're going to fix all this. Guys. There we go. Stupid twig fingers. Okay, there we go. Finally got the stuff here all worked out. Finally. Just a sec, guys. I'm going to take another stretch. Just a moment. Alright. Feel better, so... Gosh, what is... I'm trying to remember this one cartoon I saw some time ago now. I have to go look at it. I'm not going to worry about it, working about it now, but it was this I think it was this 1940s-ish cartoon from what I remember. I know it was black and white. This, one bird is sitting on the bill of another bird, and gosh darn it. It was about World War II. That was it. And defeating the Axis powers. And this one bird says, I think of this anagram of that big German jerk. And this bird goes, "Now, where were we? Oh yes!" that line has been going through my canopy for like the last 10 minutes now. Now, where were we? Oh yes! And one of these things, stuff. Spot the K-37. Spot the not K-37. Sorry. I saw 493, and now spot the K-36. The 480 series and the 490 series of narrow gauge Mikados that the Rio Grande ran back in the day. K-36, 480, 36,200 pound-feet of tractive effort for the 36s, or 37s with the 37,100 pound-feet of tractive effort. So, as I've told Heiss a number of times when I went on my trip to Durango last year, of course, he and Jeff Barrier videos are the ones that introduced me, of course, to Colorado Railroad Museum, Durango and Silverton, and Cumbres and Toltec. So, but of course, CRM was the first. And I was just hoping, because of course 493 is finally been in service with the Durango and Silverton. I was hoping, when I went on the trip, that I was like, I hope I can get 493, because it'd be awesome to be pulled back behind a K-37. Because of course 491 at the museum at the time last year when I went to Colorado was out of service because of the whole tender cistern issue. But I was like, I'll get whatever K-class locomotive is in service, which happened to be 482. So I was like, and spot the K-36. It's one of the running gags on the... Oh, hello. One of the running gags of a trip for Heiss and his buddies, Leighton and Brett, to, spot the K-36. It's a running gag of seeing some sort of depiction of a 480 K-36 class locomotive. So I know on video I've showed you guys where 482 is coming up the lead track from the shop complex, and it was like, spot the K-36. Choo choo. But yeah, it's I think so. Oh, we forgot the thing. We forgot the thing. sectional. I want 2 lands with sound barriers. And I want 2 lands like this. Come on. Just go ahead and there we go. It's totally worth the drive. The multi-hour, the 12 plus hours, like 15-ish hours. It ultimately took me to get to Durango from Treelandia. Some of that was via interstate, but a decent, very much a decent chunk of that was through U.S. and state highways, so. And, so yeah. Investments. Look at that, crypto's taking off. Aha! Look at it, it's 491! 491! Yes. But, yeah, it was totally worth the trip. Like I said, I've got plans to go back, not next year. And I honestly, oh, look at that, K36. I'm not going to go back to Colorado next year. Honestly, like I said, this year was the original planned break year, and but of course that went down the drain when last summer Colorado Railroad Museum announced that DNRGW 315 was coming to visit. I was like, well, that puts up my plans to go out east on the back burner. And I am planning on doing that eventually, but for the time being, I'm thinking that for next spring, I'm going to do, trying to coordinate with Tree Dad to potentially do something that would be of interest to both of us. Just trying to, we're both, Tree is mortal, Tree Dad is mortal, Tree Mom is mortal. Try to figure out, if we could get Tree Mom to come with. Not sure, though. But try to do something a little bit out toward the east, but not quite as ambitious as going all the way out to Pennsylvania. And we still need to make some. So I was just checking that. So. But not quite as ambitious. So, it's a little something closer to Treelandia has been my thought process since I made my trip. Back in May, so a little bit less ambitious. Ooh, hello. Give me the money! That's one of the driving factors is the financial aspect. And of course, I know that if Tree Dad and I do come to figure out some sort of plan, that I know I'm going to have to cough up the money for it, whatever it is we decide to do. Let's sell at a loss because I want to make that extra little. We can easily make it up if it goes up high enough. Jeez Louise. Come on, go higher. Higher! Thank you. But, I'm just thinking, just trying to... Ooh, hello. Very nice selling progress. Excuse me, but it felt good. Alright. Let's go ahead here. Oh, doing good. Decent price wise. So another highway over here. It looks like. Gosh darn it, guys! Just a second. I gotta go use a little trees room again. BRB. You leave the game running. Make the money. Just about. Okay, guys, tree is back. Sorry about that, but many a times have I said, when you got to go, you got to go. But yeah, I've had a little bit less ambitious spring trip planned for next year, provided things haven't already gone more poopy than what they already are. So. Anywho, let's now that we've done some money stuffs, move the capacity university here, just so that we can come in. I'm wanting to come in and do some work here. Let's do some work. But yeah, it's a little bit less ambitious trip for next year as well. I just, not being able to make the trip out east this year, I came to realize that, you know, I just need a, not merely just need a break here from a large traveling journey, but just something different, and something different, less expensive, something that can still be a nice little significant little thing, because of course the vacations that I take in November and February are, of course, more or less staycations. And as I've done those staycations, it's more or less a situation where, just trying to not have to worry about spending so much bloody money. And, it's like, I don't mind being, at home and all that. But it's a case of always being at home can be a huge pain in the posterior. Which is, of course, why I usually try to take some degree of trippage in May, because it's a fairly decent one. And by taking a spring trip, it's like I have not had the opportunity to have a late spring / early summer, take a late summer trip, but of course, that's not always feasible. Oh, let's see, while I'm thinking about it, reduce, finally take that off, recycle, smoker ban, parks, let's actually just do the parks and rec. Recycle plastic. Planning. Encourage biking. Industrialize, boost connection, workers union, automated toll. And let's see how much of this is gonna be denting into my overall income. That's not too bad so far. Hold on, I know that the boosting connections will it's this economics sort of thing. It's this economics. Holding up so far. Getting a little bit of a recovery financially in overall income, which is, of course, something I'd like to see. But yeah, it's I'm thinking about staying a lot more local for my trip for next May, and of course, toying with some ideas and thinking about stuff, and talking to Tree Dad, and maybe even one of my current roommates might be interested too, depending on what we get all set up. They of course understand that it's or just Tree Dad and I first, but if we can, maybe get them equipped, maybe and have them fit in, depending on how things go. Let's do the health and let's do that. especially if we combine it with the encouraged biking. That's a little bit of the decrease in traffic will always be a good thing. Stuff goes through like that, guys. Whoa, excuse me. That felt good. Oh, excuse me again. But it still felt good. Hooray. Yay! I think we might end here soon, guys, because I'm feeling... I mean, I tried to go to bed. Let's see. It's Sunday. I tried to go to bed at a reason. I tried to get into bed at a more decent time. Yesterday, Saturday, but it was still tried to stay asleep and all that. But because, of course, we're not going to try to do any massive amount of terraforming in this map. Just trying to play the game, get the stuff done, get these quests, get the side stuff done, so as we have fun, blah, blah, blah. Let's take a quick gander here at our goals. We just crossed up to, look at that, we're doing good. Slowly getting. Oh, let's do that. Let's do that. Before I forget. Put that away. Crematorium. That is a tree is blinking out on the term. What is the term? Let's get some more crematoriums up and running. What's it here?
to cemeteries to decant themselves. Yes, definitely thinking that I need to go do some laying down, sleeping stuff. So I think we'll go ahead and just save the game here. And let me pull up the break screen, and I'm not sure who is live. Let me see if we may have somebody we can go say hi to. I am not sure. I'm thinking that we'll just probably, let's go away. This thing. Yes, I'm just feeling like just ending stream, guys. So, hopefully sometime later today, Sunday, we will have Titan Quest the Loot Grind. We will have a hopefully Monday and or Friday we will have Titan Quest Season 4. Next Saturday will be more city building Saturdays here in Skylines. I'm not going to do too much off cam with our current city. But things will, of course, be a thing. And next Sunday, week from today, will be a Midwestern Minecraft mining live stream. Doing more fun, mining for stuff and all that. But yeah, I'm just feeling very bleh right now, despite even having drunk a decent amount of Dr. Pepper, Go Juice. I'm still feeling bleh. So yeah, we're just going to go ahead and end stream here, guys. For those of you watching here on Twitch at twitch.tv/OsageOrange, please remember to go ahead and leave a click on that follow button. If you're watching over on the YouTubes at youtube.com/OsageOrangeGaming, please remember to leave a like, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell icon for notifications. It really, really does help. May you guys have fair weather, bountiful water, and secure soil. I'll see y'all later.